Hello, I'm Dr. Preeti Uday, an oculoplastic surgeon from DRR Face Aesthetics, Chennai. Today I will discuss the markup for blepharoplasty surgery. I think marking is the most important step in blepharoplasty surgery, and that has to be perfect for you to get a perfect surgical result. So marking we generally do with the patient in the sitting position. That is the best way to do the marking. First we mark the eyelid crease. Generally if there is already an existing eyelid crease, we use that. If it is asymmetrical, we use the one which is at the best height. That is, we know that in Asian eyelids, the eyelid crease is little lower. It is about 5 to 7 millimeter from the lid margin, whereas in Caucasians, it is about 8 to 10 millimeter from the lid margin. So whichever eyelid crease is complete and is at the right height, we use that, and we compare the same height and keep the other side also at the same level. It is very important that both the eyelid crease should be symmetrical. Also medially you must not extend medial to the punctum. It is very important, otherwise you will have webbing if you extend medial to the punctum. Laterally you must not go lateral to the line joining the lateral canthus, outer angle or lateral canthus of the eye and the outer end of the eyebrow. If you go beyond that area, you will have more scarring because the skin then changes to being thicker compared to the eyelid skin. Now medially we do not remove too much, otherwise it will cause a punctal ectropion. But if you need to remove medially, then you extend it medially at an angle of 15 degrees superiorly, and then you remove some of the skin depending on how much excess is there. Now once you have done the skin crease marking, then you decide how much of skin you want to excise by using the skin pinch technique. That is, you take a non-tooth forceps, pinch the skin and see and ask the patient to close the eye and see to it that the eyelid closure is not affected by removing excess of skin. So once you decide on how much skin to remove, you can then complete your marking extending from the medial to the lateral end. Now this is the way normally most of the time we do the marking for aesthetic blepharoplasty. But sometimes the patient has a lot of hooding on the outer aspect and the skin fold is much more lateral to the line which is joining the lateral canthus and the lateral end of the brow. So you need to then extend the blepharoplasty more laterally, but you must then inform the patient that there is a possibility of a visible scar. Now when I see patients like this, like in this patient you can see, I am marking the lower end of the skin fold which is hanging on the outer aspect. That I use as my lower end of the skin crease incision, and then decide how much of skin to be excised by using the skin pinch technique. So the marking, I like to review the marking at least 2 times before I take up the patient for surgery. Now in spite of all this repeated measurements and accuracy in marking, sometimes we do find there is asymmetry in the post-op period, which is most often because of lid edema, and that can cause one eyelid to look up and higher than the other side. This is normal and one must wait for at least 3 months for the whole wound healing as well as remodeling to happen before we decide on a revision of the procedure. Thank you. So you won't have any pain, but you don't have to move, just look straight. So we are doing the marking for this patient for blepharoplasty surgery. We do the marking in the sitting position, and you can see the amount of skin that needs to be excised. I'm just going to check with the forceps whether this skin excision will be adequate and whether it will lead to lag of thalamus. We can easily remove this. Doesn't cause any problems. Look straight. Yes. Excellent. So this is how we mark in the sitting position. You're comfortable? You want to say hello?